Hello, everybody, and welcome to this very special interview. Listen, this isn't even a swerve. This isn't even a shoot to thrill. This definitely isn't a Vixens Who Rule, because my guest is not a hot female, unfortunately. But you know what? This is a special show because somebody went out on YouTube and they cut this big promo on me, and basically they called me out. So now listen, the kind of person that I am, I don't hide from anybody calling me out. I invite my critics to come on the show all the time. And once this young man called me out, I sent them an invite to come on the show. If he's got any issues, him and I will talk it out like two grown adults. And he very politely answered the challenge. And he's here now. And his name is Scott Casey Gale. Scott, are you there, Scott?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, Scott, you know, I got to tell you, I'm a little afraid of this at the beginning because your name is Scott Casey Gale, right, Scott?
Yes.
Now, Scott, you know a lot of serial killers have three names. You're not a serial killer or anything,
No.
are you? You promise?
I promise.
Okay. Now, Scott, listen. You had some issues with a column I wrote for Chair Shot Reality about, I believe the name of the column was Sami Zayn Does Not Equal Ratings, right? You had some issues with this. You went out on YouTube like a raving maniac, right? Right, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Not once, but twice. 2 videos, Scott, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, Scott, to smarten up the audience, tell everybody what are your issues with what Vince Russo wrote, and what are your issues with Vince Russo, Scott?
I don't have a problem with you. I just didn't agree with the whole entire Sami Zayn thing. But I am a big Sami Zayn fan.
Okay, now, Scott, let me ask you this, though. Because, Scott, you know how you had that little gimmick and you were reading from it in your YouTube? You were reading do you have that there?
With which gimmick is that?
You had that little screen that you were reading my column from. It was a little handheld gadget. Do you have that there?
Yeah,
there you go. Can you pull up my column, Scott?
Sure.
Because I want you to point out some of the issues you had, Scott, because I think you may have misconstrued what I was trying to say, Scott. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Scott, listen, you're coming across like very shy. You are a raving lunatic in your rants, bro. What's the matter, bro?
And I just don't like how WWE treated Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan deserves a better push.
Okay, but we're talking about Sami Zayn, though, right, bro?
Yeah.
Tell me, what exactly did I say about Sami Zayn that got you upset?
Now, you said that he wasn't going to be a star and that only his fans care about him.
But is that really what I said, Scott?
No, you explained more of it. And I watched your video and I understand where you were coming from.
Now, yeah, because, Scott, you got to understand something. Listen, I saw, Scott, there was a very big match. You're an NXT fan, right, Scott?
Yeah, and I'm a fan of the commentary because they call the matches.
Okay. Now, but, Scott, I watched an NXT Big Show about 3 months ago. There was a big match between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, Scott, I saw what a great wrestler Sami Zayn was during that match. That was a great match, right, Scott?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scott, listen, don't be shy. You're being shy. You got to be the lunatic you were in your videos, bro.
Okay, what don't you see about Sami Zayn?
There you go. Now, listen. Now, Scott, listen, you and I both agree Sami Zayn is a great wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, Scott, I don't even know if you know this. I worked with Sami Zayn at TNA. He was El Generico. I thought he was a great wrestler. I thought he was a very nice man.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, listen, Scott, here's my problem, right? The WWE sends Sami Zayn out on Raw. The guy's a great wrestler. But if I'm a casual wrestling fan at home and I don't watch NXT and I don't know who Sami Zayn is, don't you think I'm going to say, who is this guy?
Yes.
Okay. Now, all I was trying to say, Scott, was don't you think the WWE owed it to him to maybe give him a little character? Maybe give him a little backstory. Maybe give him a little storyline. Maybe even, Scott, have something happen in the match that would have given Sami Zayn something. You see what I'm saying, Scott?
Yes, and they should have had him win.
Well, not necessarily win, because he did wrestle John Cena, but somebody could have screwed him, and that could have got him in an angle with another wrestler.
Like, Owens could have came out.
Exactly. But see now, but when you first read my article, though, you were very, very, very upset at what I said because I think you thought I was saying Sami Zayn isn't a good wrestler and, Sami Zayn can't be a star. What I was trying to say is that if the WWE wants Sami Zayn to be a star, they got to dress him up like a star. They got to present him. Right, Scott?
Yeah, the announcers on Monday Night Raw, they didn't sound excited when he was coming out. They just said Michael Cole's just sitting there saying, "Oh my," like he always says.
Exactly. If Sami Zayn is coming out and they want him to be a big deal, they got to make him look like a star. They got to talk him up like he's a big deal. That's what I was trying to say, Scott. I think the WWE let Sami Zayn down.
Yeah, and if Jim Ross was on commentary, he would have built a big impact out of it. He would have made it sound like a surprise. Exactly,
he would have made Sami Zayn sound like somebody, right?
And Michael Cole just said it like him. He knew it was going to happen.
Okay, so now I think we understand each other a little more there, Scott.
Yes.
Okay, now, but Scott, we got to go back to your rant on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, Scott, during this rant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You call me an a-hole, Scott.
Yeah. I do apologize about that.
Okay. Now, but here's another thing, Scott. At some point, you said you were gonna get a machine gun and come to my house, Scott.
Yeah. Sometimes I go a little crazy, but I'm not really gonna do that.
Okay. And another, Scott. Then you said I'm gonna get a chainsaw and come to your house, bro.
Yeah, I just lost it, but I get a little crazy, but I'm not really going to do that.
Okay, now, Scott, can you do this for me, though? Because this was my favorite part, okay? Yeah. At a point in the video, Scott, you went and you got a paper bag.
Yeah.
And you made believe the paper bag was me.
Yeah.
And you ripped this paper bag to shreds, Scott, right?
Yeah.
Do you have another paper bag there where you can reenact that for the audience? All right, Scott. Everybody hold on. This is money. This is the money shot in Scott's video. Look, he's going through the garbage. Okay. Now, okay, don't hurt yourself, Scott. Now, Scott, listen to me.
Yeah.
Forget that Vince Russo is on here. Forget I'm here, right?
Okay.
I want you to reenact for the people at home exactly what you were saying and what you were doing with the bag as you were cutting the promo to me, okay? Okay, I'm going to count you down to 3, 2, 1, and then you start like I'm not even here, Scott, all right? Okay. All right, ready, Scott? 3, 2, 1.
How could you do that? How could you say that? You little... I gotta tear you apart from them. I'm gonna tear you a new ass. I'm gonna break everything in your body. I'm gonna squash you. I'm gonna tear you apart from them.
Yeah, Scott, that's what you did, right? You ripping the bag. You're saying that was gonna be me, Scott.
Yeah.
Scott, don't you think you got a little crazy, a little bit?
Yeah, I get a little crazy.
Yeah. But now, Scott, you can assure me though, you're not gonna come to my house with a machine gun.
No.
Okay, you don't have a chainsaw.
No.
Okay, so I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe. I'm not like that, like Freddy Krueger or Jason.
Okay, thank God for that, Scott. Now, Scott, since I have you on here as my special guest,
Yeah.
Tell me now, Scott. Do you like NXT more than you like the WWE?
Yes, I like how it's just like really, really interesting. I like what Triple H is doing with the show, how he's focused on more wrestling, and I like the commentary. Even though I'm a huge Michael Cole fan, I like the commentary on NXT because they always count the matches.
So you like that? You like more when they call the matches and it's not JBL and the King with all the comedy stuff, right?
Yeah, like JBL, he acts like such a politician all the time.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, Scott. Like, do you like more wrestling or more entertainment? How do you like your wrestling presented, Scott?
I like more wrestling, like when it's good wrestling and when it's good storylines. So like back then, the Austin versus McMahon feud, that was my ultimate favorite.
That was your ultimate favorite. That was back during the Attitude Era, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So who do you like on NXT? Now we know you like Sami Zayn, Scott. Who else do you like on NXT?
I like Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And I like what's the name? I like Sasha Banks.
Do you like Sasha Banks better than Charlotte?
And I'm kind of a I also like Charlotte, but I think Charlotte could be on the main roster now.
Okay. Who else do you like over there?
I like what's his name? That Baron Corbin.
Corbin. You know who my favorite is?
Who?
Who's the Italian guy? Enzio?
Yeah, Enzio.
He's my favorite. Do you like Enzio?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you like the WWE, Scott, or not so much like you used to, or where are you with the WWE?
I still like it, but I just wish they would have better storylines. Like Monday Night Raw does not need to be 3 hours.
Yeah. So what would you like, Scott? If you were the head writer of Raw, what would you be doing, Scott? Tell me.
Well, I would change Raw back to 2 hours, and I would build up fields. I would have the commentators call the match, not listen to what people whoever yells in there. Yeah, I would like make Michael Cole like he used to be. I'd make JBL a good heel, or I'd bring the NXT stars. Like I would bring William Regal as the play-by-play commentator. And I would give Corey Graves a shot for Monday Night Raw because I think it's time for the young commentators. And Michael Cole's been in it for so long. He used to be good when he was with Taz and when he was with JBL, but he's just not what he used to be. And they never really should have turned him heel.
With Scott, so, Scott, the commentating seems to be very, very important to you, huh?
Yeah. Like, I really like the way how Michael Cole handled Jerry Lawler's heart attack back in 2012. I earned a lot of respect for the guy, and that's when they got rid of his heel character.
Hey, Scott, who is your favorite commentator of all time?
And besides Michael Cole, Jim Ross.
Jim, you're a big Michael Cole fan, huh?
Yeah.
And now, Scott, I got to ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you watch this Lucha Underground?
No, but I've been told to check it out.
You haven't checked it out yet, though.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to start checking it out more.
Start checking it out because now listen, Scott, you're a big wrestling fan, so you know who Matt Striker is, right?
Yes, I always liked him.
I think Matt Striker does a great commentating job on Lucha Underground, and I think if you listen to Striker, you'd really like him.
Yes.
Now, Scott, were you a WCW fan?
Oh, yeah, I was a fan of the NWO. I was a fan of the New Blood as well. And Bischoff, I've always been a fan of him.
Okay, now, tell me who some of your favorite wrestlers have been over the years, Scott.
Like, I liked Sting. I was a huge Sting mark. I liked Scott Howell. I liked Six back then. I was a Kevin Nash fan, and I also liked Sid Vicious and Ric Flair, of course.
Hey, Scott, now you couldn't have, if you're a big Sting guy, I would have to think you couldn't have been too happy with the finish at WrestleMania, huh?
No, Sting should have won the match.
Did you cut like a crazy promo when he lost like you did on me?
No, but people have been telling me to do that. I should do that.
Doing that now. Listen, let's reenact it, okay, Scott? I want listen to me. Yeah. I want people to start following my boy Scott on YouTube.
Will Feel #1.
Yeah, okay, on Twitter, but you gotta show them what you bring to the dance, okay? So this is what we're gonna react, Scott. Okay, we're gonna react. You watching WrestleMania?
Yeah.
The match just ended with Triple H and Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Sting just lost the match. Now remember, Scott, this is your audition. You want people to watch your YouTube channel.
Yes.
You want people to follow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you pass the audition, Scott, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to make you a very special offer right here, but you got to pass this audition.
Okay.
Okay, so now, Scott, you're just watching WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and Sting lost to Triple H. Go.
No, Sting was supposed to win. What the? Sting was supposed to win. How can he do that? Sting was supposed to win. Vince McMahon, you are an egotistical bastard. I'm gonna tear you apart limb from limb. Sting was supposed to win. How could you do that? How could you bury Sting? You just ruined what could be a good match. Sting should have won. Damn it, I'm gonna come in and kick every one of your asses. I'm taking over creative.
Now, are you going to go to Vince McMahon's house with a chainsaw or a machine gun? What about that part of it?
No, I didn't. I'll probably get arrested.
Now, Scott, you're all blown up now. You get yourself all worked up there. You run out of breath and everything over there, right?
Yeah.
Now, how often do you do these rants on YouTube?
I'm on the Worldwide Nation Wrestling shoes only when WWE does something I don't like.
How often is that?
Like when they screwed over Daniel Bryan, I did a rant video on that a couple weeks ago, and when Vince McMahon banned the curb stop, I wasn't too happy about that.
And you cut a crazy promo on that too, right?
Yes.
Now, Scott, what is the name of your show? How do people find your show on YouTube?
My own YouTube is Will Phil #1, and my wrestling show is Worldwide Nation Wrestling Shooters. Where I do a lot of wrestling talk, and I have a storyline channel as well.
Okay, wait, now, let's slow down now, Scott, because I want to understand everything. So the YouTube channel is Worldwide Wrestling Shooters?
Worldwide Nation Wrestling Shooters.
Worldwide Nation Wrestling Shooters. And what's that other channel you said you had now?
WUW NWS Revolution, where we do storylines.
Who's we? Just you, or you got
me, BBB 717, Cody Brainerd. We have Jack Harvey, JH Films. He's the one that actually sent you the video. We have Leon Calavera, La Muerte. You have a bunch of, and I play like characters. I play Crowdy, the King of Hell from Supernatural, and Win Duffy from Justified.
Now, are all these people crazy like you, Scott?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they get a little crazy.
Scott, do people tell you that you're crazy?
Yeah.
Do you mind that, or you kind of like that a little bit?
No, I don't mind that at all.
Okay. Hey, Scott, I want to make you a very special offer here. I want to see if you're up to this, right?
Yeah.
Because, Scott, I respect the fact that you went on YouTube, you called Vince Russo out.
Yeah.
Vince Russo answered the challenge, and you said absolutely, positively, I'll come on your show. You know what that shows me, Scott?
What?
You got a big set of brass balls. Anybody ever tell you that before?
A few people have told me that.
Yeah, you got a big set of balls, and I like that, Scott. So, Scott, I want people to start following you on YouTube, on the Twitter account. I want to make you an offer, Scott.
Sure.
Now, Scott, you know I have my own channel on the Realm Network, right?
Yes.
And it's called Vince Russo, Vince Russo the brand. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of my shows? What's that?
I tried signing up for it.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, Scott. I'm going to make you an offer.
Yeah.
Do you watch NXT every Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to come on my channel and be the correspondent, and you come on every Thursday and you give a little NXT report?
Sure.
You like to do that? But you got to get all crazy and everything when there's something you don't like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Will you do the paper bag and all that?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to do that? Because what I'm thinking of, Scott, is if you come on my show and you do your NXT report, then we can promote your YouTube channel, your Facebook, your Twitter, all the things that you're doing so people could follow you.
Yes.
Because you got a lot of talent, Scott. People got to see what you do. Scott, I love people with passion. That's the most important thing in wrestling. You got a lot of passion, Scott.
Yeah.
Well, show me some of the passion I'm talking about.
Like, I'm a huge wrestling fan. You mean like a character impersonation?
Your what? What impersonation?
One of my characters.
Absolutely.
Quality. Hello, boys. Quality, the king of hell. I am a member of the WWMWS Revolution, and anybody that gets in my way, I will own your soul, and I will crush it. I will crush you straight to hell. I'm not the kind of guy you want to mess with. You even try get into my face, it'll be the biggest mistake you ever make, and I'll give you the worst ass kicking ever. Stay out of my way, and don't you think of crossing paths with me.
Nice. Now, do you do any wrestler impressions, Scott?
Well, Michael Cole sometimes when they do the NXT reviews.
You could do a Michael Cole impression.
Yeah.
Let me hear that.
I say, hello again, everybody. This is Michael Cole, the voice of the WWE and the WWMWS Revolution. Today, I'm going to give you my Revolution Impact reveal, which I thought was a really, really great show. The main event was absolutely amazing. I didn't see this coming. I saw a lot of surprises. This was the main. It was Cody Braden versus I don't know whoever he went against. It was Maximus versus Cody Mercer. This was a great match. Maximus dragged Cody Mercer out of the hospital and beat the holy hell out of him. And then he took a no kid watch in the main event. This was a match tonight. This was a match that I couldn't take my eyes off of this. This is the kind of match that people want to see. There was blood. There was thumbtacks. People were jumping through tables, barbed wires. You saw chair shots to the head. And this is just one hell of a match. I wish that WWE would have done something like this.
Now, Scott, you like using the salty language a little bit, huh? Scott, throwing those little salty language in there now and again.
Yeah.
Well, then you can't be too happy with like the WWE trying to be this PG show for kids. What do you cut a promo on that for me?
And the WWE, I think the WWE PG absolutely sucks. I mean, nobody wants to see PG bullshit. They want to see TV-14. They want to see bra and panties. They want to see. What?
You like the bra and panties, huh, Scott?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, go on, go ahead.
They want to see bra and panties. They want to see good commentary. They want to see steel chair shots to the head. Whatever happened to Buried Alive matches? Where is that? Why is John Cena never turning heel? We need WWE. You need to stop building stars. Forget about Adam Rose. Forget about the Bunny. Forget about Hornswoggle. Forget about this Miz. I mean, give Damian Sandow a push. Have him be the United States champion. Have him be the Intercontinental champion, for Christ's sakes. Not just stop having him.
Let me ask you this, guy. Why can't Sandow just be Sandow? Why do they got to make him be all these ridiculous people? I think Sandow's very talented.
So do I. I mean, they're making him dress up like the Macho Sandows or whatever they call it.
What's that all about, bro?
I don't know. I mean, it's like they're trying to ruin this character. Yeah. The same thing with Bray Wyatt. I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan.
Bro, they don't do anything with Bray Wyatt, right, Scott? They don't do nothing with Bray Wyatt. Scott, let me tell you something. Scott, how did you react when Bray Wyatt lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Show me how you reacted.
I was like, come on, Bray Wyatt should have won. He would have been the perfect guy to end the winning undefeated streak instead of Brock Lesnar. That's how you build a guy up. You have him beat The Undertaker. You have him end his undefeated streak, and then you build him up. Maybe you have him win the Money in the Bank. He could be the next IC champion or the United States champion. And he could have won the Royal Rumble. But no, you got to give it to somebody predictable. Nothing against Roman Reigns, but it was too predictable. Stop making things so predictable. Come up with surprises. Why isn't Paul Heyman the full creative director? I'm a huge Paul Heyman guy. He should be writing storylines, but no, it's always got to go through Vince. Just retire that Triple H and bring back Shane McMahon.
Hey, Scott, you're very, very knowledgeable on wrestling. I'm very impressed with you. Scott, how long have you been a wrestling fan?
Since the 80s. Like, I've been a huge Hogan fan and a huge Attitude Era fan, and I like WCW and ECW as well.
Wow.
Like I like Sabu, Taz.
So you're talking about, you've been a wrestling fan some 35 years, Scott, huh?
Yeah, and I'm a huge Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah. How old are you, Scott?
36, 46.
46?
No, 36.
36.
Yeah.
And you've been watching since the 80s, since you were a little kid then.
Yeah, since they had Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of my favorite managers of all time.
Who was the very first wrestler that you were a big fan of that you saw, Scott?
Hulk Hogan.
Big fan of Hulk. Do you still like the Hulkster?
Back in the 80s, but I haven't been liking him as much lately.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about WWE now? What do you like the best about WWE?
I like Seth Rollins. I'm a huge fan of Seth Rollins, and I like Daniel Bryan. I really hope he doesn't retire because I'm a huge fan of him.
Yeah, but you don't want him getting permanently injured, right, Scott? That's
Right.
what I worry about with the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, where do you sit with Roman Reigns?
Well, I like him, but he could cut better promos. They either need to turn him heel, like give him some time off and build him up again. Like maybe have Paul Heyman be his agent or something.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, you know?
Yeah, because Paul Heyman, he just cuts great promos.
Yeah. All right, now, Scott, I want you to slowly, because I want to make sure that people can get this and write this down. Give me all the places now where the people can follow you.
You could befriend me on Facebook at Scott Casey Gale. Follow me on Twitter at WillPhil1. Subscribe to my own channel where I do movie reviews at WillPhil1. I'll probably send you a link to the channel or something. And you can go on my wrestling channel, Worldwide Nation Wrestling Shooters, and the storyline channel, WWNWS Revolution.
So now, Scott, you must be a huge Will Ferrell fan, huh?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the guy.
Yeah, me too. The guy is phenomenal. What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Anchorman.
The first one or the second one?
I like the first one.
Were you disappointed in the second one, or did you like the second one too?
I actually like the second one.
But you like the first one a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What drew you to Will Ferrell? Do you like him since the Saturday Night Live days?
Yeah, that drove me. Like Anchorman, Alf, and Talladega Nights. He's just so hilarious.
So you followed him then on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
What was your favorite character on Saturday Night Live, Scott?
I like when he would dress up as Robert Goulet and Celebrity Jeopardy.
Hey, Scott, you know what I used to love? When he was in the hot tub with Rachel Dratch with the lovers scene.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to think that was hysterical.
I'm also a huge scary movie fan. I like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface.
Wow. Now, what's your all-time favorite horror movie, Scott?
I like Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, and I also like the one where Jason Takes Manhattan.
You know what I always liked about those Friday the 13th movies, Scott?
Yeah.
They always had the hot chicks in them.
Yes.
But they always got killed, the hot chicks.
Mm-hmm.
None of them ever lived. Hey, Scott, you know what movie I really like, but a lot of people didn't like this, right?
Yeah.
Scott, remember Jason versus Freddy?
Yeah, I was a huge fan of that one.
I thought they had, as a wrestling fan, I thought they had a great fight in that movie. I thought they had an unbelievable brawl in that movie, but a lot of people didn't like that movie.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it was so good. We found out about Jason. We found out the past about Freddy and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was an excellent movie. All right, so Scott, now listen, you and I, we're buddies now, right?
Yes.
No machine guns?
No.
No chainsaws?
No.
Nothing like that anymore.
Well, yeah. Nothing
Okay,
like that.
and Scott, you and I, we're going to get together on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
you're going to give me your NXT report.
Yes.
And this way, when you do that on my channel, we can also plug everything you're doing on your channel.
Yes.
All right?
Okay.
Well, Scott, listen, this is a huge load off my mind now that you and I are at peace, that you and I are friends, that you and I are brothers. No, I don't have to worry about it, because you know what was happening?
Yeah.
Like the other day, Scott, I was in my office, after I saw your rant, I was in my office working, and all of a sudden, I heard a chainsaw from outside. I almost had a heart attack, Scott. I thought you were coming for me.
No, that wasn't me.
All right, you sure?
I'm sure.
All right. Now, Scott, did you enjoy being on the show for your first time?
Yes.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Scott, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I loved your passion. I loved those 2 videos, and I loved how excited you got, and I loved how passionate. And I got to tell you, Scott, you know you're wrestling.
Thanks. I'm also a huge Batman fan, too.
Batman 66, Batman?
Yes, all the Batmans. And Batman the Animated Series.
But I'm talking old school Batman.
Oh, yeah, Adam West. But
okay, I'm going to give you a test now, because I'm going to show you something I bought the other day,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to tell me who this is so I know you're telling me the truth.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Now, Scott, I bought this the other day. It cost me $30.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite all-time Batman villain, 1966. Who was your favorite old-school villain?
I always liked the Riddler and the Joker.
The villain. Okay, now I'm going to hold up my action figure because I have to see if you really know your Batman or you're pulling my chain.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready. Oh, that Egghead.
Yeah, Egghead, baby. Now that was a character, Egghead.
Yes.
Yeah, so you like the old Batman. See, me and you got a lot of common, bro. We see now we're friends, and just a couple days ago you were ripping me apart, the paper bag, all that stuff now, bro.
Yeah.
See, now we had this nice chat, you and me.
Yes.
All right. So, Scott, listen, we can see you again. We're going to see you Thursday. I'm going to get in contact with you. You're going to give me a nice little NXT review. We'll talk about the show.
On your channel?
Yeah, on my channel. I'll Skype you in again. I'll set you all up so you won't have to worry about anything.
Okay.
Give them the Twitter one more time.
Will Ferrell #1.
At Will Ferrell #1, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, Scott Casey Gale, thank you for joining me. I'm glad that you and I patched up this misunderstanding.
Yes.
I look forward to you reviewing NXT for the fans out there. You got a lot of